pets and homeowners insurance can cause their own challenges too.
Absolutely. The one thing that you need to remember is that insurance companies don't like, I don't know how else to put it, they don't like certain breeds of dogs.
Yep.
So if you have a pit bull, Rottweiler, Chow, Doberman, any one of those, just know that you're going to face a little more challenges if you're buying a house. It really has nothing to do with the selling side.
Right. But the selling side, you got liability if you have one of those dogs because it may not be covered on your insurance. So if you don't get the pets out of the house and you've got a pit bull and the pit bull bites somebody, you very well could have, you know, liability on your hands.
Right, and I don't really want to get into the, well, you know, it's about the owners, not the
Sure.
dogs, because it's absolutely true. We get more issues from Boston Terriers and Chihuahuas than we do from pit bulls. But also, the other side of that is that when a Boston Terrier or a Chihuahua nips at you, you don't wind up on the 6 o'clock news,
right,
as you do with a pit bull.
Yeah,
so,
very true.
You need to keep that in consideration if you own one of those dogs. Now, there are companies that are starting to ease up on those lists of dogs. That doesn't mean that they're going to cover it. That means that they will sell you insurance and you just won't have any liability due to the dog. So if the dog runs out and bites somebody, you're on your own. Also know that usually those companies are not the least expensive companies to buy insurance. And, you know, we deal with it on a regular basis that we have a customer that is in the process of purchasing a house and all of a sudden it comes out that they've got, you know, an American pit bull. And we have to go, wait a minute, you know, that first quote that we sent to you isn't going to work because that company doesn't want anything to do with you, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we can always go back and write another quote. And the problem we run into is that if we send, you know, Mike Yates a new quote and say, listen, they didn't qualify for the first one, but they qualify for this one. Now you got to go back and redo all of your calculations.
Make sure everything works.
And sometimes
because it's higher.
Exactly, and sometimes that new price throws things out of whack. And I just dealt one with a client who, you know, was willing to pay an extra $600 a year for their insurance, but the mortgage broker wasn't real happy about it, and they, you know, they had to go back and find money somewhere else. They had to pay off some more bills or do something. They had to do something to re-qualify for the house to get those ratios in line.
Other things, obviously, pets can cause, you know, they can cause damage to a home. You know, sometimes that may not be covered depending on the circumstances. You know, so you know, so there's a lot of reasons why, you know, pets, you know, can be problematic in the real estate transaction. But there's also a lot of